What's going on, guys? JSkeleton here with Brand of Gas Day, coming at you with some very quick updates on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. IGN received a statement from Nintendo regarding the key facts of both versions, the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch versions of Breath of the Wild, and what's the differences, pretty much. So they said both launch on the same day, which is March 3rd. Both have a frame rate of 30 frames per second. I was really hoping 60 frames on the Switch, but I can't complain because Zelda always looks great even at 30 frames. Both versions of the game offer the same content. On a TV, the Nintendo Switch version of the game will render in 900p, while the Wii U version renders in 720p, which is interesting because the Wii U version renders 720p on the TV. The Switch renders 900p on the TV, but the Switch, when in tablet mode, like when you take it on the go, is 720p, which is what the Wii U is on the TV. I mean, how insane is that? So you can literally have the same visual quality as the Wii U, but basically on the go when you take your Switch with you on the go as a mobile device, you know, rather than docking it on your TV. So that's pretty insane. But anyways, carrying on, the Nintendo Switch version has higher quality environmental sounds, so as a result, the sound of steps, water, grass, etc. are more realistic, and they enhance the game's open air feel. So the audio is going to be a lot better, and that's something I love because I'm a huge audiophile. I love nitpicking at how good the audio sounds, and not just the visuals, but even the visuals, my friends. If you guys have not seen some side-by-side comparisons online, go check out actually Game Explains. They did a great one side-by-side of the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch versions of Breath of the Wild, and it's really crazy. It's not a gigantic difference in overall graphics, but the two main things that I noticed was the depth of vision. So like basically how far you can see, right? So things like Death Mountain, you can see more detail in far distance on the Switch version than you can on the Wii U version, whereas on the Wii U version it would be more kind of like shadows, and it'd be kind of more shaded, if you will. So that's pretty crazy. And then another difference that I noticed, and I noticed these little things, but it was pretty noticeable, was the fact that the coloration was a lot nicer on the Switch version. It almost seemed like the Wii U version had a little bit of a washed out color to it, whereas the Nintendo Switch version had more vibrant colors that kind of popped more, and it just seemed a lot more full as far as the coloration goes. But anyways, continuing the statement from Nintendo, they said the physical copy of the Wii U version will require 3 GB of available memory on the Wii U system or an external drive. I also believe that I remember reading that the Wii U version, I guess if you get it digitally, would be 13 gigabytes, whereas the Switch version would be 13.4 gigabytes. So a little bit larger on the Switch, not a whole lot, but still, that's obviously taking into account, of course, the higher quality environmental sounds. Like I said, the fact that there's much more detail in the Switch version, especially like the draw distance, how far you can see, and the coloration and things like that. So that makes up for the extra space on the Switch version. They go on to say some icons such as on-screen buttons differ between the two versions, which would be understandable. They're two different consoles, so of course they're going to have a little bit of a different interface for the control scheme and things like that on screen. And then they say a special edition and master edition of the Wii U version are not available. So if you want to get the special edition and master editions of Breath of the Wild, you can only get it if you get it with the Switch version of the game. So that is it, my friends. Those are most of the key differences in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like I said, the main ones that I've noticed is the coloration, the fact that the colors are more vibrant and pop more in the Switch version, the draw distance, and of course I haven't heard it yet because I haven't played it, but from what Nintendo is saying, the audio is going to be a higher quality on the Nintendo Switch. So let me know what you think about that in the comments section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video like always. Until then, game on.